Info Corner. Today we're going to do something a little different. There's a lot of talk going on about plastic bags and the plastic bag ban, and of course we at Bashco, effective January 31st, will no longer be giving any plastic bags in that banned segment, so 24 by 24 and downwards. And you know, there's a lot of talk, people are curious, why is this so important? And so we spent some time putting together a list of why plastic bags are really bad. So please don't be offended if I'm reading, because it's a lot of information that we put together and I want to share with you guys. Firstly, plastic bags pollute our land and water. Because they're so lightweight, plastic bags travel long distances by wind or in waterways. They litter landscapes, they get caught in fences and trees and float around in the gullies and the drains, and they can eventually make their way to the ocean. And plastic bags, number two, are made from non-renewable resources. So the majority of plastic bags that we use out here are made of polypropylene, which is a mix of petroleum and natural gas. Now, these materials are both non-renewable fossil fuels, right guys? And they create greenhouse gases to be manufactured, and that contributes to global climate change. Number three, although some people say, oh, it takes 10,000 or how many years, or 2,000 years, or whatever it is, plastic bags never truly break down. Petroleum-based plastic bags don't fully degrade to nothing. What does occur is that when they're out in the environment, over time it breaks up into tiny little pieces that can actually end up in the ocean or be consumed by wildlife. Today, there are an estimated somewhere between 46,000 to 1 million plastic fragments floating within every square mile of the world's oceans. So that's a lot. So that takes us to the next couple of points. So plastic bags are harmful to wildlife and marine life. Animals can also easily become entangled in the plastic bags. I'm sure you guys have seen some of those nature shows where the plastic bags are either in the throats of the animal or they've caught their necks up in it or what have you. But more than that, plastic bags and their associated little plastic pieces are often mistaken for food by animals, birds, and marine life like fish and sea turtles and shellfish and that kind of stuff. Now, this consumed plastic congests the digestive tracts of the animals, can lead to health issues such as infections and even death by suffocation. Taking it to the next step, some of those same plastic fragments may absorb pollutants, which are known to be hormone-disrupting chemicals. And when those marine organisms or the wildlife in the ocean consume it, it kind of goes into the food chain. So picture it this way. So a small plankton or whatever consumes this plastic piece which has all these hormone-inducing chemicals. It's eaten by a larger fish, which is then caught by a fisherman and now consumed by us. So it's a cycle. And that's legit how different diseases and different occurrences can come through the food chain and affect human beings. Now, additionally, that's just one way it can affect people. Talk about burning plastic bags. Burning plastic bags can be extremely dangerous, and it burns for a very long time. One of the reasons that we have when Riverton, for instance, ever catches fire, stays on fire for a very long time, is because of plastic bags and other such pollutants. And it gets very, very dangerous. So let's talk about that. So, whether it be in a burn barrel or in your backyard or in a large garbage dump, burning plastic and other things releases a terrible toxic smoke packed with dangerous chemicals. And plastics produce some of the absolute worst offenders. We're talking hormone-disrupting, cancer-causing substances that build up in water, soil, crops, and our own bodies. And it also releases a styrene gas, which can damage the nervous system, right? So, additionally, plastic bags are not easy to even recycle. So this is one of the reasons why not just encourage recycling, why not just ban them, but they're very difficult to recycle. Plastic bags tend to get caught in recycling machinery, and so most recycling facilities don't have the capacity to recycle the plastic bags and therefore don't accept them. Internationally, the recycling rate for plastic bags is about 5%. It is very, very low for recycling. Now, plastic bags have an additional cost, an external cost that's not often considered. So beyond the associated cost with producing and purchasing plastic bags, there's a lot of the true environmental costs of resource extraction, depletion, quality of life loss, economic loss from littering all over the place, and wildlife loss. And that environmental cost and that cleaning up cost is a big part of it, because one of the things we see a lot in Jamaica as well is plastic bags, as I said, on the air floating all over the place and clogging up drains and leading to gullies being blocked. Plastic bags play a massive, massive part of that. Alright? Number 9, there are better alternatives available and jobs to go with them. Once a person gets into the habit of bringing reusable bags when shopping, it's not that much of an inconvenience at all. Reusable shopping bags are very durable, including the ones that we have available for you at Bashco, whether the Bashco branded ones or otherwise. And they can be reused many times over the course of their useful life. The manufacturing of those reusable bags also is another opportunity to create sustainable jobs for persons. And lastly, the truth of the matter is, we are not the only ones doing this, guys. Other governments are banning plastic bags, not just Jamaica. To date, more than 40 countries and municipalities around the world have instituted plastic bag bans of one type or the other. The United Nations Environmental Programme Secretariat has recommended a ban on all plastic bags globally. Now, to add to that, we're not the last ones doing it either, which is pretty good on Jamaica. In fact, I want to say, what was yesterday's day? Yesterday was the 22nd. I received news that in Barbados, neighboring Barbados, they are planning for April 1, 2019 to now implement their plastic bag ban for the same reasons of the protection of the environment. So I hope that has helped you guys, a bit of info on why the plastic bag ban is a good thing. Yes, you'll be a bit inconvenienced and you'll have to find some alternatives, but in the end, the plastic bag ban and the coming styrofoam ban will be the absolute best thing for the environmental health and eventually the economy of Jamaica, guys. This has been the Info Corner, and we'll see you again next time. Remember, comment, tell me what you feel about it in the comment section below, and tell me what else you guys want to see here on the Info Corner.